Well, hello there, you wonderful humans, and welcome back to a devlog. I want to start trying to do these every once in a while when I feel like we can make quite a bit of progress. I've been doing a lot since we did a last live stream. I think last time we were building this hill, and then we ended up encountering old Milk Lake. Thankfully, we don't have Milk Lake anymore. We've kind of just been working on planning and deciding exactly how we want this to work. I want to build multiple levels kind of going out from the town and obviously going out further into the world. But kind of just learning Unity still, trying to get a hang of all the things, implementing things one at a time. And what I really want to start doing is kind of work from the zone entrance here, kind of back and get this implemented, as well as harvesting and kind of just world design with all of our harvestables. So I've already got some trees that we can put in. I've got trees that are harvestable as well as trees that aren't, so we can show that off. We'll rework the animation. We'll probably try and build some rocks today so we can have some actual mining in the game as well. But yeah, kind of figured out we'd just hang out and have some fun today. Hope the game got a quest to repair the windmill by farming food and things. Brianna, how you doing? Bree, Merlin, Charles, Fiona, Outrageous M, Denise, White Knight, Ninja Mom, Redux, Noob Sophia. How's everybody doing? But yeah, me and Lexara have been well at kind of work on this. Lexara did all of this wall building, although I somehow managed to delete one of her walls here. Let me just put that back. My bad. But she's been hard at work at kind of planning out the village and building all of that out, and I've been kind of working on some of the systems. Added some stuff to the graveyard today to make it feel a little bit more desecrated. Like I took the trees, changed a little bit of the leaf texture to make them look like they're dying here, so there's some kind of something going on with the graveyard in this area. The most important question, will we have fall damage? Yeah, the fall damage is a little oppressive at the moment. I'm not going to lie. It's a little oppressive. But first things first, I kind of want to... Y'all made fun of my mining, or my... Not my mining, but my... my animation last time for the harvesting. So we're going to maybe work on that first. Let me... God, there's just so much stuff. I got to get better at organization of everything, too. So we've got a harvestable tree here. And what we'll do is maybe we'll work on the animation of that as well. Rework all that. Graveyard is definitely a vibe. Indeed, indeed. So let's go ahead and we'll save this into the scene. Then I have to actually load the resource node into the online version. So we can save the nodes. Close that. It's kind of a process. Then I got to restart the server, which only takes a second. I'm actually hosting everything actually online now too. Is this still Unity? Yeah, it's still in Unity. So we'll be using Unity for all of this. I wonder if this is still... I used to use DJ Quads for my music for a long time. I'm a little nervous. See if it's still non-copyright stuff. Maybe I'll just use my Animal Crossing stuff still. It's my playlist. Stream. There we go. It's a little loud. It's a little bit better. Just want to leap in and walk around. That's what we'll do right now. We'll pop in. Don't make fun of my loading screen. I haven't worked on it a lot. At all, really. Maybe for like 5 minutes. Figure we'll have somebody actually build all this stuff out eventually. Yeah, I'll show the fall damage. It's a little rough right now. We'll have to adjust it in the future. All right, so here's our one harvestable tree. When you hover over it, you get a little axe icon. It's a little red. So I'm debating right now how much I was debating. Like originally, I was like, okay, maybe I'll have all the trees harvestable, but that might equate to too much resources getting into the game. So I think we'll have a mix of harvestable trees that are a little bit smaller and maybe larger trees that are not harvestable. When you get close to them, then you can do the axe. You can see there's the animation for the axe cutting. I want to change that. Make sure this is good. So we get oak logs now. That's an oak tree. This should respawn in 10 seconds, so I'm just going to stand here. This is great. I know at the beginning stage, but it's cool stuff. Thank you. It's definitely really, really exciting. So there's a couple different things I want to do here. We have an animator, and I have the chopping animation here. And essentially what I want to do is I want to rework this. I've got some other animations that we can do. Animations, I believe it's under this one. So that's chop low. We want to chop high. It's Caden's first football game today, and he's dancing to the music. Aw. Caden's first football game today, so I'll be getting a lot of messages, so bear with me while I watch those on occasion. So chop tree start. I just want... We have a loop here, which I want... I don't know if y'all can see that little icon on the bottom. I kind of like this one, so we're going to use that and see how this looks. And then obviously we'll have to make the axe larger, rework the animation. I gotta see if it also syncs up with the audio. You guys probably can't even hear the audio. I don't know why it's so quiet. I'm hoping that it's not something I've done wrong. Let's see. It's so off. Okay. I don't really like that animation either. How to get tractor on a tree. Oh, actually, I know what I'm probably doing wrong here. So we need to go to our chop script. I probably have it too short. Chop. So I have a bunch of these chord animations. This kind of syncs up our animations with what we're supposed to be doing here. So we have the animation chop. Sound clip is a tree chop. Duration. It's supposed to be quick. Sound delay. Loop sound. There we go. Okay, so that's what I want to do. So we're going to get rid of this. Get rid of this. We're going to do a loop instead, which will be a lot more efficient. So chord animation, chop, activation delay, we'll do a 0. Duration we want for the whole duration of the chopping. I'm good with quiet audio. Too many games yell at me. That is very, very true. I hope I don't create the very thing that I complain about in games. So sound volume is supposed to be 1 being max, I believe. Sound delay, so we're going to loop sound. Sound repeat time 4. Hopefully... Was that a... Oh, wow, it's thunderstorming outside. Okay. I want this to be duration of 4. All right, now we can go back to our chop. Let's see. You know, chugging along. Oh, heroes, I hope you're doing well. But thank you, everybody, for coming to hang out today. Y'all are absolutely wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I have the music off just so I can actually make sure that I do this right. All right, so we want the chop tree end, chop tree loop. Let's see how that looks now. And sounds. So volume 10 waterfall required. I like the animation more than the previous one now. But now it's just kind of, we got to rework it a little bit. And rework the sound as well. Interesting. Okay. I think I know what we need to do. Go back into chop. I like that better. Yeah, it definitely looks a lot better. We've got the chop. We got a duration of 4 seconds, which is perfect. The sound delay, we need like almost 0.5. Let's try that. That worked a lot better. I have no idea what you're doing. We're building a game, and what I'm trying to do is I'm syncing up the animation with the audio right now. It's not super necessary. Making sure everything works. I don't know if I even like the tree falling and then disappearing, but it adds a little bit of effect to the tree, I guess. Anyways, y'all are definitely welcome to add input. All right, so we need point like 6.5. Sound repeat time. That's what I'm wondering. Is it maybe I do it every second? Can you dig with a shovel? Man, we're chopping trees right now. You don't hear anything of the chopping trees? Yeah, you're not gonna be able to hear it. It's super quiet. I don't know why. Oh man, we did it that time though. I wonder, it's just so quiet. Maybe if I do it to 10? Doesn't change it at all. It keeps playing after though. How am I liking atavism? It's working really, really well for me so far. Obviously run into a few issues, but I believe the majority of those are most likely just me not knowing what the hell I'm doing, per usual. You like the chop? Can you actually hear it? Oh, it does register. Now I got to figure out why it's looping for an extra 4 seconds, though, which is super weird. I wonder if I add a clip of tree chop, if I can just set a separate timer on it. No. Oh wait, add gender. Nope. You could hear it past the 3 times. Okay. Well, that's good. Super quiet on my end. I'm not going to worry too much about the loop right now. I just wanted to make sure that we get the animation looking right. So I got to get the axe moved. I got to get the axe a little bit larger. And then I can figure out the audio later. I'm not going to spend too much time on that right now, but it's close. We've got it timed right. Now I just got to get to the stop at the right point. Wait. Interesting. Okay. You could hear it past 3 times. Okay. All right, so let's we got to do something a little bit wonky to do this. So we need to get it into our hands. We need to hit pause. And then I need to completely rework where this axe spawns. So we got to do that in a couple different ways. So we got to go to axe. And we are using X1 as ours. So this basically goes over like where everything spawns within the game. So essentially this, we have the slot position, and then we also have like the rest position. So rest position will be when it's sitting on our belt, and then a slot position is when it's in our hands. And that's what we need to fix right now. So what we need to do is we need to open this up. Let me open this up. We need to click on this bad boy. And you can see we have this axe in here. And we can actually just move it around in scene and rescale it and everything too. So we get it something that looks a little bit better. So we'll probably scale it up to maybe do 2 here. Ooh. 2 on the Z. Oh, that looks terrible. Okay, we'll just 1.5 maybe. That'll be better. I feel like 1.5 is just a huge freaking axe. Thing is thick. I never knew just how much goes into making games, but between this and I Am Cow, I have a new and much larger appreciation for the. It's definitely a lot. So like I'm looking at this axe right now and it's like clearly it's absurd. It is absolutely absurd. So I'm almost wondering if there's something I can do to skinny it a little bit. So maybe 0.8. 7. No, do 0.5. Nope, like a 0.2. It looked like at 1. It's just making it skinnier that way. Looks terrible, but we'll use it for now. Because I can always replace the replace that. It's clearly a premium axe. The only problem here that I see is that I'm not a big fan of the way the hands are placed here, and I wonder if the axe, once we actually get it kind of matched up with the animation, is going to even look good like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not looking for anything like super realistic, but as long as it doesn't look like hammered butt, happy. That should be good. And really as much work as what goes into this part, just think if he was trying to create the networking everything as well, at least with activism, a lot of the work is done for you. Yeah, exactly. It's the only reason I'm going to be able to do this is because I don't have to do any of that networking stuff. Like that. You know, it doesn't look too terrible. All right, so now what I need to do is the fun part. I need to actually copy these settings right here at the top into our axe. Into here. Adding any space-related content to the game? Not that I'm aware of at the moment. So we're going to do 0.0938 and negative 0.541. 0.019. Basically what this is going to do is make sure that our axe is attached to the proper part of our body. So that way the animation looks better. 0.9. Then we need a negative 63.28. Do file save. Project. I don't think I have to do that. And we'll log back in. Game needs aliens that come. So I'm working on getting the initial tree and like rock gathering done, so that way I can finish building out a lot of the necessary like first level. Then I'm going to start implementing some of the enemies, so that way I can understand how the enemy system works and all of that. And then it looks better. Looks a lot better. The game needs a horse. We have a dragon. I've actually been experimenting with a couple different mounts and things, but I'm going to let Lexara show those off when the time comes. It's a little off. I don't think it... Oh, I know why it's a little off. I forgot to change the scale. Shoot. Scale is 1, 1, 1, and 1.5. It's still a little off. Got 1, 1, and 1.5. But then once we get this done, then we'll start actually decorating and everything. Hey, Alex, how are you doing? How long have I been programming for? Off and on for like the last year, so not very long. Like 2 months last year and 2 weeks this year. Right. Oops, dang it, I wanted to pause it a little bit sooner. And I wouldn't say I'm doing much programming. Thankfully, I can learn how to like backwards engineer and kind of manipulate things that exist, but I'm not so good at creating... What the heck? I right-clicked on it. And so it's still... It's a little off. I'm being a little nitpicky now. Like that. This doesn't even really hit the tree. I can totally turn the music back on, sorry. Alright, I think that'll be better. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Actually, no, we can't do that. I've already tried that before. I wanted to try and just if I lock this inspector and then open up a new inspector, I can just copy and paste it. Inspector. On Captain, thank you for coming to Bean. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate your support. Welcome back, I should say. The question is, I don't remember or not if it actually saves through reloading the game or not. And we'll start decorating here, which is kind of like just like we're playing any of the other games that we play, which is kind of exciting. All right, then we've got the scale right. Let's hope these save. Just take a screenshot of it real quick. Sweet, they saved. Can't resist saying. Can I help you make a game? Shoo! I can barely help myself make a game. If you can, please make an MMO of your dreams. I'll give you the big bucks. That's what we're doing. That is the plan. It's gonna take a while. But Lexara and I have definitely been working out exactly what we want to build. And we're not sharing too much information about what it's gonna end up being. But we will in the future. It looks a lot better, but it's not perfect. We can worry about the animations later. All right. Let's actually start decorating. We'll maybe do the rock thing too. We'll work on actually placing trees and everything right now, because I want to get this area feeling a little bit better. Try and figure out what the limitations of how many actual resource nodes I can put on the map and all that stuff are. Aw, Melly, thank you. Whether it's playing old favorites, new games, you sharing your projects, I'm here for it. Thank you so much. That really does mean a lot. We've also got this path tool. I want to make a path that kind of goes up here. That'll require reworking a little bit of that stuff. So I added a little bit more terrain features to here. Put thousands in a zone before? Really? I was doing a thing earlier where I was having a problem because I have oak trees and I have birch trees as well. And I ran into an issue. I think I've got it resolved, but we're going to find out real quick if I do or don't. I was encountering something interesting where, like, I have this birch tree, and when I put it in, I've got the resource node script, and it has birch tree profile selected. And then this one has the oak tree profile selected. But if I try and put them into my resource node's empty game object... Okay, that stayed birch. And now my oak tree is now selected as a birch one, which is really weird. And it was causing issues. I don't know why that is. I should be able to switch it back now. There we go. All right, anyways. Let's scale up some of these trees. Do some rotating. We're basically just going to do a little bit of decorating now. That one could be quite a bit smaller. But... just realized I just rotated the LOD. It's not good. You came a long way in the project. Yeah, learning quick. It's the fun part for me, is kind of going through all this stuff. So my goal here is I wanna place my non-harvestable trees first. I wanted to make everything harvestable, but I feel like that might cause some problems. So we're gonna make larger trees not harvestable. I was using map magic to create my zones procedurally, so I wasn't placing them by hand. Nice. And Map Magic was doing a good job with the using your prefabs for the resource nodes and putting them in, and like it just working really, really well that way. I was actually looking into doing that for the next zone. I wanted to do a handmade zone first before I used Map Magic, just because I thought it would help out with me learn everything first. So for those of you that don't know, Map Magic is essentially you're able to load a bunch of settings into it, and it will procedurally generate your world for you. It looks really, really nice. Want to get some trees along the road. Do a couple of these. What games are influencing this game? Oh, that's a really, really, really good question. That's a complicated one. It's kind of like an amalgamation. Well, it's essentially a combination of all of my favorite games and features that I kind of want to put into one. So that's a very, very complicated answer, I think. Okay, so I don't want to put too many non-harvestable trees in. That stuff gets really annoying when you run up to a tree and it's not harvestable. I just want these bigger trees. It's because it's a little weird to harvest a massive tree, I guess. I might end up just making every tree on the map harvestable if it can actually support thousands without having a problem. Every time I see it, I want to make my own game. You immediately thought of Red Dead? There'll be a lot of different kind of I don't want to give too much away. After cutting tree, does it disappear? Yeah. It's not the fanciest of disappearing yet, but it will be. So all of our H trees, these are the harvestable ones, they'll have to go into our other folder here in a little bit. I think we're going to try and build out our rocks today too. Maybe the copper nodes as well. Keep some secrets? Yeah, no, I'm definitely keeping some secrets. Let's do an oak 5 over here. Birch 1 maybe. What the heck? Oh, that's why. As long as they respawn? Oh, they respawn. No, they definitely respawn. I'll show you in a second, because we'll have to test our everything going on here to make sure that the problem that I hopefully resolved before the stream is actually resolved. I haven't tried to place a lot of trees since I did that. So we will find out real quick like here shortly. I don't want to make it too foresty because there are going to be some basic level entry mobs out here, and I want to have room to be able to fight all that stuff. And I don't want to put too much oak because birch trees are going to be our first kind of thing. Let's go ahead and add this in. Is there going to be like seasons? Yeah. Yep, so there'll be different zones, different themes. I have 4 large zones kind of planned out in my head already. Debating whether or not I want to add actual seasons to the zones or just do different zones for different seasons. Both are possible, I just don't know what I want yet. I'm kind of torn. I kind of like the idea of different zones for different seasons, because then you can add like... But I also, I don't know. It's undecided at the moment, which I want to do for that. No, I just said I was going to use bigger trees as non-harvestable. All right, so let's do the test for this. Our oak trees are still registering as oak. Birch trees still registering as birch. Okay. What am I using for the day-night cycle? I haven't actually built any of it in yet. I have the Enviro 3 downloaded, but definitely open to any kind of recommendations on that. I've avoided kind of doing that at the moment. Which I probably should figure that out sooner than later. Will there be farming? Yep. Yep, I've started working on some of the background stuff for that yet. I haven't implemented any of it. All right, so what we need to do is we need to save. Then we need to atavism, editor. We'll delete our nodes just in case. For me, I use Unistorm. Enviro's okay, but personally I prefer Unistorm. Interesting. Let me, I'm gonna pin that so that way I can look into that. Oh, this, I actually do have this one hearted already. Thank you for the heads up on that. Yeah, I've been going through so many different types of assets, trying to see which ones I like and which ones I don't. Will trees cause damage to the characters if it falls on them? No. Node deleted. Okay, let's save nodes. Right, file save. We gotta restart the server and we'll check to make sure all of our trees are actually working. Before we go too much farther. Are you gonna add random bees and trees? Excuse me. Why do you want random bees? Probably not. Did I add the resource nodes to the database? Yeah. Yep, I deleted it, added them. Thankfully, it didn't take too long. Because I haven't added a ton of trees. And I restarted the server as well. Did I pick a name for the game? We have a name in mind, but trees are registering. Wait, did they not load? Oh, see, this is what I was talking about. This is the tree that we put in that's not choppable. Okay, that's good. So these are registering. All right, not choppable. At least we could tell from far away if they're choppable or not when you hover over it. That's good. I like that. All right, looks like the problem we were having earlier is fixed. Now, will this still give oak or will it give birch? Can I perform that action yet? Why? All right, we got oak logs from that one. Oh god, I broke it. That is a glitch I haven't quite figured out why the hell that's happening yet. And we should get birch from this. Ignore my birch log. I put it in very quick. Perfect. Okay. Alright, looks like everything's working as intended. We have pets in the game? Yep. Boop. There we go. Did pick things up manually or will go straight to the inventory? So what you see on screen is how it'll work. Debating whether or not it'll go directly into the inventory or not, but currently it's set up to... Oh, that's a fun tree right there. Basically, when you finish the animation, you then just click it in the window, like that, to be able to pick it up. Ignore the son of a birch. Alright, so that's good. Everything's kind of working as intended, other than the occasional glitch. I think it happens when we try and move away from the tree. Not sure. I'll have to keep recreating that and see if I can fix it. Alright, so that's good. That means I can keep populating trees. And we can start populating some bushes and other things down here as well. The buzzing sound is almost bees. We can just say that's a bee attack. Won't be bees, but falling. Okay, let's see. Let's keep adding these. So now the question is, if I take all of these harvestable oak trees and put them into my resource spawns, are they going to maintain being oak or are they going to do the weird glitch? Oak. Now everything's oak. Okay, that's fun. God, it's so weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Birch. I mean, it's not bad having to go through, because I only have to do it once I move them. Still a pain in the butt, though. Yep, there we go. Okay. How about bears or fire? Yeah, we got bears. You want to see a bear? I'll show you a bear. Bear. These bears are going to live up there somewhere. Friendly bears? Well, I'm not giving any spoilers. Y'all ask for too many spoilers. I gotta leave something to the imagination. I have a lot of plans. If you're wondering what kind of stuff is gonna be, it's gonna be a classless system where you can Like the amount of time that you invest into the game, you'll be able to do really whatever you want. The vision that I have for it, I don't know if I'm hoping that I can actually create fully, but we'll see. So let's go back to trees. We've got harvestable. We'll keep placing more harvestable. Maybe we'll just keep doing this until we see if it breaks. Oak. I want to decorate our river here as well. I want to finish building that out. I want to start on this side here. This side's going to start going up into a big mountain. Haven't really worked on that much yet. I want to stay as far away from the town as possible. Essentially, the way we're working on things is everything in here is being built on a different computer, so I can't really go in there without causing conflicts. So I'm going to stay out of there as much as possible and work on my stuff. We'll have no life once you launch the game. Let's see here. But Unity MMO developers, super curious on what you have been working on. I'm sure you've been working on yours a hell of a lot longer than I have. Any kind of knowledge, like I'm just trying to absorb literally as much knowledge as humanly possible right now. I want to keep trees near the town as not harvestable. These walls, they'll have random other things populated on them later. They're kind of barren right now, but essentially the same way this stuff is built out, we can add all of those to these walls here and kind of change it up. I think on the other side, there's a little bit of an example of that. Yeah. So you can add like all these details and things to it. Old school MMO style. Use skill to raise skill. Exactly. Yep. So essentially, all right, I'll give a little bit of an, so a classless system where, say you're using a sword. The more you use a sword, the more you're going to raise your sword skill and the more you're going to be able to unlock. Say you want to become a paladin. That means you got to raise your sword skill, then you got to raise another skill to raise up things like spellcasting for being able to heal yourself. And there's going to be a bunch of different things kind of tied into that. I don't want to give too much away, but essentially there'll be like animal handling, kind of like a Beastmaster style thing, like a blue mage kind of stuff, healing, tanking, etc. And depending, it's all going to be based on how you play your character, on what you'll be able to learn. And theoretically, I want to put implementations where you can learn pretty much anything, but if you spend a lot of time learning certain skills, then it becomes harder to learn other types of skills. It's not to say you can't do it, but you can't make a super overpowered character too fast. If that makes sense. But the more time you invest, the more you'll be able to do. I first got started with Atavism way back around the time it launched in 2013. Still owned it, but then I took a break from it for a few years. Oh, nice. Interesting. I was hoping that the Unreal Engine version was out, but because that's the engine that I actually wanted to build everything in. I don't know if I like the way I decided to do this. Oh, Christ. These cattails, I want to fix a little bit. I need to add some rocks along here. Did you ask some questions to James from Dinkum and Concerned Ape? I mean, I have not. I get anything going on in here. Like, I just hate so much of the limitations of Unity. It's super frustrating. Why can't I just paint this there? It just doesn't make sense. Randomly, I just can't do what I want to do. Like, I'll place those, but I can't place a frickin' yellow or pink one. I fixed the milk water? Yeah, I fixed the milk water. I don't know what was happening. It was a problem. But it is fixed. All right, it's looking good. We will have flying in the game, so I also try and make sure things look good from the air. That's plenty of harvestable trees. I don't want this to be super forested, as I said. We'll have kind of like a pigs out here, essentially, like a basic kind of boar enemy on the outskirts of this. I think I'm gonna add a nice big oak tree here. Add this to the scenery. I feel like there should be like a shortcut to be able to go to scale and move tools. I don't know why there isn't. Can you please name the lake Milkwater Lake? Maybe. But then people are going to be like, why the hell is it called Milkwater Lake? And I'll be like, well, should have watched the live streams. Ha 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 ha. Oh, Christ. Pigs, tech's greatest enemy. No, it's bears that are my greatest enemy. I don't know what I'm doing over here. I kind of know what I'm doing over here. I don't want grass all the way up there, though. How are you planning on having your transition between zones? Having a portal on a road that leads to the next zone? Yeah, essentially. I'm kind of building it classic MMO style. So through here, I want to make sure I have this background scenery, but I'd say probably right about here, I'll have a zone that kind of goes into the next area. I don't want to make large, super big open worlds. Like they'll be like each zone will be relatively large, but I feel like the management of each zone will be a lot easier having it scaled down a little bit. And I really want to handcraft everything. I'll probably end up doing procedural generation with handcrafted. It's one of the things that I was looking into map magic, because you can build kind of like these handcrafted areas and implement them inside of the map magic zones, which I really want to learn how to do. I think that would look really, really nice, or be able to do that. But I want to do most of it kind of handcrafted as much as possible. Tracks from Silicon Valley. I think all the background stuff is just Animal Crossing right now. I'm gonna go to here because I know I have to terraform all this stuff over there still. Want to get the grass a little bit lower down here. We're gonna add rocks and pebbles and stuff through here too. Cattails. And also with map magic, like I have all the water built and like all the cattails and everything put in automatically. It would be so much easier. So much easier. A boulder, that's a nice boulder. Yeah, we'll put boulders in. You want some boulders? I'll get you some boulders. It's probably gonna be a big boulder right there. I'll put some grass there for right now though. I appreciate y'all coming to hang out. It's, this is pretty much what I've been spending the majority... I thought that looked weird. The majority of my free time doing lately. Just learning. Ooh, Christ. God, I hate the terraforming in this freaking Unity. It's so bad. It's either so bad or I'm so bad, but it definitely wasn't this bad in Unreal Engine. I was able to build a map so quick in Unreal without having to download add-ons and frickin' assets and stuff. God. I guess that's part of the reason why. Let's get a little bit. And we'll smooth it out. And I screwed it back up. There we go. Okay, good enough. Good enough for government work. We can always fix it a little bit later. Fix it later. That's always a good motto to live by. All this grass. I kind of like having some of the grass underwater, but I have other stuff for that. go back to putting cattails in. It's future tag's problem, right? Yeah, right now we're just focusing on current tag. Future tag can get effed. Nobody cares about future tag. Reminds me of building in Planet Zoo. Kind of, yeah. It's essentially the same kind of thing. Like a lot of those games are basically giving you the assets that you would typically decorate a world with, and just allowing you to do it inside of your own little sandbox. So it's essentially like map design is very, very, very similar to that. We'll stop there because I know we're gonna have rocks and cliffs and stuff right there. What program is this? This is Unity. I want to get the grass a little bit closer to the edge in a lot of these spots. Some dead grass too. I don't think that's going to look very... What? I don't know. I'm kind of not opposed to that mix along the water. Not like heavily, but like mixing it in every once in a while along the water is not the worst look. Kind of like that. It helps add a little bit of like depth to it. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. Kind of like it. Maybe maybe a little overboard in some spots now. I liked it a little too much. I'm using Unity's built-in tools at the moment. Eventually, I'm going to use something called Map Magic, which is what we've been talking about a little bit, to be able to procedurally generate worlds. Don't like those two gaps, and I don't know why I can't not ungap them. I think we'll just try and speckle it in along here a little bit. I get like mushrooms and stuff along the trees and things too. For procedural generation, the other one that you may like is Gaia. I was looking at that one too. I have it pinned, but didn't actually get to look into too many videos about it. We can get some pebbles going on along here too. Some rocks. That'll help fill it in a little bit more. Yeah. All right, I'm liking the way this is looking now. We'll have to get down like in third-person view and see what it looks like too. Stop right about there. Putting the GI bill to use. I'm actually going to school for game design, though we're using Unreal Engine 5 in class. That makes sense. Gaia plus nature manufacturer asset equals win. Oh. The, like assets. I actually got a big package. It was on Humble Bundle. It was actually recommended in the Atavism Discord. Like a ton of amazing things. None of, because I'm using more stylized stuff. Unfortunately, there's not a ton of really great stylized assets available on the Unity store. And there's a bunch that are really good, but not nearly as much as like that nature manufacturer stuff. They're amazing. For 30 bucks. Yeah, I think I paid 40 for it. But yeah, it was there's a lot of really good stuff. Like this path tool, super good. This path tool came in it. It's probably my favorite thing right now that I've started using. because I was painting paths with the standard Unity stuff, and I wanted to murder babies. Trying to do it. Like, I want to build a path through here, right? So this Path Painter 2 is super nice. I kind of wanted to have it up here to like a little something something up here. But what I can do is we could just literally just paint the freaking path in. And it does everything for us. It's just so nice. Is it how I want it? Not really, but we can adjust everything too. Use Easy Roads 3D as well for paths. Ooh. Let's look into that one. Blend that in a little bit better. Is it perfect? No. But I actually don't hate it, so we're gonna keep it for now. The only problem is it's not... I know there's a lot more. I only just started using it. So now I need to smooth height. You can see my little little bit of water right there. Oops. I'll fix that. Make sure I can't see the water through that freaking hill right there. Are you played with AI and pathfinding? I haven't done any of that stuff yet. I have to this weekend. Well, I guess not this weekend. This week at some point, I'm going to be messing around with the nav mesh and getting my pathfinding and everything done. But I'm not gonna. I don't really want to mess around with any of that until I get the first zone done. So I'm kind of avoiding any of that stuff at the moment. Because I imagine it'll just be more efficient to have the entire zone done, and then I can go back in and actually add monsters. So I have another scene that I'm going to be testing all of my combat and monsters on. And then once I complete a zone, then I'll add the nav mesh and make sure everything works right and all that stuff. So I'm actually using Nature Renderer for my grass right now. So this is actually, this isn't a 2D mesh. This isn't 2D. This is actual mesh, and it has LODs too. So what I'm using is something called Nature Renderer. This allows you to actually load in Unity something that has LODs. And so if you look, you know what? I can let me save and I can show, because this is actually a big thing that I spent a lot of time trying to figure out, because I wanted really, really, really lush, grassy fields. I wanted to try that, and you haven't yet. Yeah, I wanted to get nice, lushy grass fields like you could in freaking Unreal Engine, but there was no way to do that with the built-in Unity stuff. So essentially, Nature Renderer allows that to happen. So let me show exactly what it does. It allows you to have tons and tons and tons of grass, but the way it does is it culls everything outside of the camera view. It's got a nice flow starting. You just going by feel or using references? Just going by feel. So yeah, so right now, basically it looks like it's rendering all the grass in the scene, right? And I mean, the stats are really good too. So I'm plowing stuff in here and I'm getting 160 FPS right now. It's spiking to 180. And that's just like in engine and everything. But if we go to the scene, you can actually see what's happening is it's actually deleting all the other grass that's not within the camera's field of view. So right now I'm looking behind my character, so it's loading everything on that side, and it's culling literally everything else from the game, which really helps out. It'll do the same thing for trees and everything too if I place terrain via trees, which I can do. So it allows you to build these really, really lush environments without having a massive, unbelievably bad impact to the game. Very, very nice. It's called fulcrum coaling or something like that. And it'll do the same thing for trees too. So if I go into my terrains, so I have grass, foliage, all sorts of things here, but I also have like all of these bushes. Which this is giving me a warning right now because it can't render, and I don't know how to fix that for the bushes yet because I'm dumb. But it'll do the same thing for the trees and bushes and everything. I wonder if you could use nature renderer on the resource nodes. I tried. Actually, so you can't paint terrain with the nature renderer. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I can't add a prefab to the trees and then paint trees onto the terrain and have it keep the resource nodes. I tried that earlier. But I imagine there's another way to add that to something else in Nature Renderer that'll cull it from the scene. I just don't know. I would imagine there is a way. I just haven't researched into how that actually works. But I know that there's a way to do it outside of this Nature Renderer script to be able to do it with other things. I'm also realizing that my grass is being a little bit derpy. We need to go into the prefab to fix that. Grass village. It's grass underscore village. It's like shrinking because it's getting cold. Is the grass going to be an actively gatherable source with a scythe or another tool? There will be grass that does that, yeah. We're going to work on not that today, though. So we need... Why is it doing that? Why is it scaling it down? That's something Nature Renderer does. Doesn't have an LOD on it. Why is it doing that? Oh, I know why. Yep, I know why. You need to go back into... Terrain editor is a little complicated. I'm still learning it. Is the moral of this story. We need to add additional settings. I don't think I want shadows on this. Alright, that's better. It was getting too small when you got farther away. That looks a lot better. Okay, we're good now. This is kind of the process. Like, I don't know a lot about game development or anything like that. I'm just good at kind of using things that I can find and slap them together. And I'm happy with the graveyard's looking good. This is going to be the respawn point right here. It'll be like right there. Alright, so let's get some rocks and things in here too. I want to build out this road a little bit better. And then we need harvestable rocks. So that's going to be what we're working on right now. So you guys get to see the process of building something that's actually harvestable, I guess. Your trees... Are your trees part of the terrain layer? Some of them, yes. Most of them that are harvestable and stuff, no. I almost feel like from a distance... Doesn't look very good. What can I do to fix that? You may not be ready to announce this yet, but are you thinking about doing a Kickstarter campaign for this? Not ready to announce any of that stuff yet, for sure. I mean, I guess I could say the initial idea would be if it's to a point to where I can see the progress going in a way that I don't want to be a Kickstarter that is like 7 years out. If I think a Kickstarter would allow me to actually get the game out better, faster, and more efficiently, then yes. If not, then no. I want to make this look a little bit better. Have I tried one before? I've worked with companies that I've helped assisted on doing that kind of stuff before, yeah. We need different music. We need something upbeat. Let's see if I get demonetized with this stuff right here. This is the stuff that I used to use in the ARC days.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been.
Oh, you like RAM? Yeah, RAM is what I used for building these rivers.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Oh yeah, no, that's very, very accurate for the thing. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. Thank you very much. He's working on a new version for it? Of course, just as I buy it. All right, so let's go back to the terrain. I want to make this transition look a little bit better if I can. I don't know if I can. That might be a little too much. If I could get regular grass down here, that might look better.
So you know it's good. It's quite pungent. Stings the nostrils.
Hey King, how you doing?
Brian, I'm gonna be honest with you. That smells like pure gasoline. 60% of the time, it works. Every time. That doesn't make sense.
I like the mix. I might actually duplicate this grass that I've got and maybe make it... That's actually a much better idea. This particular grass a little bit smaller. Make it just as large, but we'll make it shorter. Whoops. And that should help blend in with the rest a little bit better. That looks a little weird. Well, I guess not. And maybe we'll make it a little bit smaller, like a 0.8, a point. I thought the makeshift Safi was supposed to be done. The site says, yeah, I don't know. I think they screwed it up. I just looked. I just found out myself that there's actually more days available. I think somehow it got messed up. And they added days onto it because they realized they messed up. This one should be the short grass version. We need to add a different seed to this. So we're going to increase the density and change the seed. Now we can blend it in along the river a little bit better. Because grass gets shorter near a river, right? Something like that. Jatina, what's going on? Thank you. This feels like a demonetizable song. Let's not do this. Oh, that's sleepy stuff. Nope. And getting non-copyright stuff is a pain in the freaking butt now. This game I was involved with, but honestly, if I were to ever do a campaign again, I'd have the game completely finished and playable first. Yeah. Yeah, I believe a good Kickstarter is something that is, like, I basically want to get the game to a playable state and then be able to do a Kickstarter to make it expand on the things that are currently, or basically expand on it. Like, I feel like there's so many Kickstarters nowadays that are built out and or are launched. I mean, shoot. What's that space one? That space one is a prime example of like how not to do a Kickstarter. All right, so we need to build another road in here. I need to zoom out and build this in. So we kind of want it to go. But there's so many Kickstarters that are just really, 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 really bad. Oh, it helps if I paint. Star Citizen, yeah. Freaking Star Citizen. I really, really like this path painting tool. It makes me so happy. Is it the best road ever? No, but it's a hell of a lot better than it would look if I tried to paint it in by hand. Turbo freaking boobo, what it do? How are ya? Because we can also adjust how much this digs into the ground. I like having a path kind of below the level of everything else, though, so I'm actually going to leave that. I feel like that's pretty good. And we can just smooth it out a little bit more. Oh, Christ. Yeah, Star Citizen is starting to come along, but it's been 10 years. And they're still taking money every day from people, too. I mean, hell, I'm still subscribed to their Star Citizen freaking things, like $20 a month or something like that. Got D&D later. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you like kind of like this whole game development live stream thing, it's probably more efficient to do it in a video form, but I like the idea. We like decorating games, so. Is this progress on I Am Cow? No, I Am Cow was like a... I still have it. Is Starfield the crypto space MMO? No. There's a Starfield coming out in a couple days by Bethesda. That is just a single-player Bethesda game. And the Star Citizen is just a hot freaking mess. Emily, thank you for coming to Majestic Bean. Welcome back. How have you been? How have you been? Hope you're doing well. Ooh, I actually really don't like... Well... Oh my god, that music is so loud. Sorry, didn't realize. God dang. Still have love for No Man's Sky. Absolutely love No Man's Sky. Like, that is a testament to how game developers should handle I mean, to be quite frank, the utter failure of a game. But they handled it so freaking well. And it is so good to see how far it's come. And like them still just try and continuously implement the vision that they had for it. I hate this. Don't dislike it, but I don't like it either. I think I need to... God, I hate the lowering of terrain in this game. It sucks so bad. Or in this development thing. No, I don't want to... No, stop. Bad tag. This is my life lately. Just going through. I have broken so much stuff over. So y'all know how I like learn video games, right? Like I'm just a hot freaking mess. I break everything. I ruin everything. And then suddenly by like the next live stream, I have gotten everything figured out and I suddenly don't suck at it. Imagine that times like 50 with game development. Like shoot, I had to learn source control in in Unity, so that way not only source control, but like source control with multiple users. So that way, like I've never done anything like that before. That way me and Lexara could both work on the exact same project, same map and everything at the same time without breaking everything. Absolute nightmare. Actually very easy in Unity though. As long as you don't work in the same, like this is like this because this is what Lexara is working on. So as long as I don't go inside of there, we can work on the same map and not have any major conflicts or anything like that, which is really nice. Except you're building a great game. I think it's going to be really cool. Crypto Space MMO announced before the last crypto crash that was going in popularity. Oh my god, freaking. I can't take anything crypto seriously anymore. Especially crypto gaming. Like there's been plenty of games where like I have earned actual money from playing them. Like when I was younger, I used to play World of Warcraft and I would level and get really rare gear because I was in like one of the top rating guilds in the world, and I'd have to run people through stuff all the time. And I would level up these characters and then I would get really good gear on them, and then I would sell them and I would level up a new one because I just had to all the time anyways. I'd make thousands and thousands of dollars when I was a kid just leveling up and selling characters, and I really like the idea of being able to play a game and get like a real life currency from it, but not that way. I'm now majestic. Oh yeah, I hope you've been well. We're gonna put a big rock right here. But Unity MMO. If I'd love to see what you're working on. If you're willing to share it, or any knowledge that you're willing to share. Knowledge is you've already helped out a lot. I've already pinned some stuff too. Something like Second Life is awesome. Entire businesses were created with virtual real estate in Second Life. Yeah. There was that space game too that I always wanted to get into, but I never could bring myself to do it. EVE Online. I played the mobile version of it for a while. But I mean, there's people in there that sell like ships and things like that. There's plenty of like mobile games that I've played too where I would get really high ranked in it and then basically sell the stuff that I would get from doing that. Oh yeah, that transition is hammered butts. Where's the? I just need some Stardew Valley music. That's where we're gonna go. We're just gonna go with some freaking Stardew Valley vibes. Stardew. What's Grandpa's theme? Spring? No, we're not going with spring. We're gonna go with some summertime. No. No, it's fall. Yeah. Put this bad boy on repeat. I have some screenshots posted from some of my prototypes on the Atavism Discord. My website and blogs are a mess and need to get them updated. Understandable. Do I ever play Animal Crossing anymore? I haven't in a while. If I'm being honest, I have been thinking about playing it a lot. Especially because I know everybody keeps asking for it and stuff like that too. I should have gone back to that instead of Stardew, but I really like Stardew. Totally forgot where you left off on your island. I would start a whole new island in Animal Crossing, probably. Ooh, this transition's really bad right here. Oh, mostly with UMR. Yeah, I almost went with MMORPG instead of Atavism, and I almost went with the, what was it, MMO kit on Unity or Unreal Engine, because I really didn't want to switch from Unreal Engine. We already had a lot of stuff built out in Unreal Engine. I spent a lot of money on assets in there too, but that'll just be used for a different game at some point. Nah, Stardew greater than Animal Crossing. Nah, I've been craving Animal Crossing. I just we need a new one, you know? We need a new one. I feel like I'm making the ground a little too flat. Can I get a too long, didn't read it on what the vision of this game is? I don't want to give too much away. If I'm being honest, I'm kind of keeping the cards a little close. Like, I've talked with people like close to me about what it is, and me and Lexara have talked a lot about it, but I mean, I suppose I can. I got to talk with Lexara about actually openly, publicly talking about it, though. I don't like, we're partners in building this game, so I want to make sure that that it is a team effort before I actually go giving away a lot of the things that we're actually working on. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm not allowed to show that she's still working on and wants to be able to show off herself too. So, but essentially, I can give like a high level kind of view of it. What we're trying to build is kind of a combination of all the games that I have played over the course of my life that I have absolutely loved, whether it be MMOs. Imagine a love child between something like Final Fantasy XI, WoW, Final Fantasy XIV, and Stardew Valley, essentially. And so many more things in between that I'm not ready to talk about. But essentially, imagine a classless system where you can do literally anything you want in the game. You don't have to make multiple characters. You can do anything you want. Everything you do in the game has an experience and skill equated to it, and the more you do of certain things, the more you'll be able to learn and do. There's not going to be a lot of I also want to make sure that crafting and gathering is incredibly important and integral to the progression of characters throughout the game. Not only will you be able to obviously progress through PvE, but you don't even have to participate in like PvE or PvP. You could literally become like a legendary crafter in the game. And I have some systems in mind kind of planned around that, to where like people will have to seek you out to be able to upgrade gear that they get with items that they find throughout their adventures and things like that. And the more that a crafter is used or trains and things like that, the more interesting things they'll be able to make. So it's not kind of like a standard, like I can just make this ring that's going to be obsolete by what this X player is doing in the PvE content. There's going to be a lot more systems kind of involved in that, and allow people to really work together and form communities and like actually work together. I want to make an MMO where people actually have to work together and people will be remembered for what they do and what they can provide other people as well. But that is about as far as I can go into any of that stuff. Don't play with my feelings, sir. You said previously you were going to play Animal Crossing again, and then you didn't. I said it's going to be a hot minute. Unity, that would be great. If you want to message me on Discord, I imagine your name on Discord is probably the same. But I am in the Atavism Discord. I actually posted in the support channel. If you want to send me a message, like I'd love to talk with you about stuff too. I'd love to pick your brain and vice versa if you want. All right, so kind of getting the grass and that path looking good. The path up there is looking nice. We got to add some more trees in. I'm going to keep... I think... So this is going to change up here. This all can kind of remain flat. It's MMO Interactive. Nice. Does Lexara stream too? She will be in the future. Used to. But as far as that goes, like she's asked very much to keep all of that stuff personal. And so I just don't talk about it. When she's ready to, and then she'll mention that on her own. Boop, 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 boop. The hell is this sound? What is this? Oh, this is more Stardew Valley stuff. No, I just want this. I'm jealous of your water. To be fair, this isn't my water. This is actually called Stylized Water 2. That's an asset I picked up on the asset store. I did obviously like customize it to the way that I like it, but I mean it's pretty close to the way the asset comes out of the box. I used it both here and on Unreal Engine. It's really nice. The unfortunate part is I made my first water texture the other day. It's blue and moves, so it works for now. Actually, while I have other people that are actually familiar with Unity, I've got a question. So, ignore the horrible transition there. The water looks juicy. I want an underwater texture. I want an underwater thing. And I can do that. So if I go into... Where do I have it? It's under scenery, water. Set up underwater rendering. The water material used by water plane must be assigned. Water, what is it called? Essentially, so in Unreal Engine, oh, what the heck? Compiling shaders. In Unreal Engine, you can assign basically a volume to an area, so you can do underwater stuff. But I haven't figured out how to do that in Unreal Engine yet. I imagine there's got to be a way. Stylized water. Materials. So essentially, I hate the only downside that I see of this particular water renderer is oh. Why is it not working now? What did I do? Interesting. You can basically only put the underwater look at a certain level. Why am I struggling? Stylized water. Which one is this one? This one is here. We have caustics, we have all that stuff. I'm having a brain fart. I haven't tried to add underwater in a hot minute. As you can see, I'm still new to all this stuff. Set up underwater rendering. The water plane must be assigned. Why is it not actually showing? This is my life. This has been my life for so long now. Water level, fixed value. Water level 0. So if I just go underground, is it going to change? There it is. So local volume, you can square it off. It's a local volume for a post process. So do I actually, so essentially if I have this underwater renderer selected and I have my water level at 118, right? I believe is where it needs to be. It would be, sorry, give me a second here. So 110. So I'd have to add post-processing to it, so it would be 15. I'm doing this unbelievably the hard way. Okay, this is that right? How do I get the... Is it 103? Can I just scale it up until... Right there? Perfect. Okay. So you're saying that if I add... you need post for both above and water? Oh, Lord. Okay, so yeah, that's what the underwater looks like, but... Just saying post-processing. So there's Enviro post-processing. Okay. Is it a component? Is that what you're talking about? I haven't added post-processing in a minute. It's a local volume. In-app purchasing. Oh my god. Poor tag. Bella, how are you doing? Let me so I can get you a link because describing in chat would be tough. Yeah, that's fair. There should be a post-processing on your camera. Oh, so do I have to add it just to the camera? I'll have to look it up. If a link would be freaking great, though. All right, but we'll leave that alone for right now because I can't add anything below that level, anyways. That'll actually fix all of my underwater for all of this for now. The problem is I need it for up here, 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 and there as well. All right, so we're looking good. We need to add rocks. I kind of want to add some texture. Also, isn't there... Does anybody know how to... So there's a way to make this actually pop up out, right? Is it CTS? That's another thing I need to figure out. That's my next goal. You smell caves and chests. Oh, there'll be plenty of caves and chests. Also, secret things to unlock as well. Textures, yeah, but there's no height map for Unity terrain. So if I go to like terrain, I can't actually add a height maps. You can do a diffused normal map, but you can't actually do like a height map to be able to actually get this texture to pop out. Like I have all of that stuff. That graveyard, it looks really good, right? Lexara built most of it. I added the dead trees. I changed the texture of these trees to make it look a little bit more desecrated. This is going to be the respawn area for this part of the village. Let's go ahead and add in some more details here. Add in some of these bushes. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. No, stop. Hate this stuff. So I wonder if did I place these manually? No, I did not. Okay, so these are part of it. Actually, I don't know if I like those bushes. Let's not use those, but I do like these bushes. Need to add mushrooms and things like that too through here. We'll have a minimap, yeah. Not until I get the nav mesh built out though. There is a minimap in there. I'm not going to bother with any of the nav mesh stuff until I actually get it built out better. Couldn't figure out why a laptop made the stream look like a potato. Oh yeah, YouTube loves to do that. YouTube's favorite thing is to make everything look like a potato nowadays. Super unfortunate. Alright, so I need... That's not bad. Wait, let's see the mushroom. Oh, you want to see the mushrooms? I'll add some mushrooms. I don't know why. Add to playlist. We'll create a playlist. We'll just put it on repeat. Is there a time period for this game? Technically there would be. You can go into the material. Well, maybe I've added them into here wrong. Because this is just it's a terrain layer. They don't actually accept the full-blown materials. Like, I have the materials with the height maps, unless there's a way where I can actually add... Because if I go to this one, it's just a terrain layer, which is different than an actual material. What am I making this in? This is Unity with... Oh, yeah. Thank you, MMO developers. Appreciate you. I'll have to figure all that stuff out. Because I feel like having the height maps on here would be really nice, because then these stones would pop out a little bit more. These village stones would pop out more. There's something that I'm missing in there that I haven't been able to figure out yet. All right, so let's build a harvestable rock. I wanted to do that. I have all of these rocks that are kind of strewn around. I'm debating right now what I want my harvestable rocks to look like. I need to add more harvestable trees up here. This still looks a little wonky. These are lower terrain. Let's just smooth this out a little bit more. What's this going to be called, and what's the plot of this tag? I can't give any of that stuff away yet. We had a name in mind, but there are other games named very similar to, well, not very similar, almost exactly. So we got to think of a different name, unfortunately. And y'all know how bad I am with names. So unbelievably bad with names. It's going to take a little bit of time for us to come up with a good name. The plot and things like that, I don't want to give any of that stuff away yet. But I do want to work on the devlogs, and as I feel a little bit more comfortable with it, then I'll be able to give y'all a little bit more information. And is it an RPG? Yeah, so it's going to be a MMO RPG. And I kind of want to... So it's going to be a... sorry, I got distracted. It's going to be an MMO RPG. I Am Cow was a great name. Everybody's a cow. The, this might be repeating a little too fast. This one's not broken, so we can use this one. I have a couple meshes that I need to fix, too. Can we smoke crack in the game? Maybe. I think this one's broken. Yeah, this one has the screwed up mesh. I don't know. The mesh, like, extends out into oblivion for some reason. I gotta build... Alright, let's go ahead and build what our harvestable rocks are gonna look like. I guess we'll just go with one version of a harvestable stone. Well, maybe we'll do 3 versions of a harvestable stone, because we want the stones to be able to be... Like, you'll get a little bit of stone, a lot of stone, more stone, maybe? Or do we just want one stone that people can be like, I'm going to gather this and get a random assortment of stone? This is the one that I kind of wanted to go with for that purpose. But what I need to do is I need to add more to it. Kind of differentiate it from the others. Basically, we're going to make another prefab real quick. Although this probably is not the most efficient way to do this. I haven't actually... I've never actually done this before. So y'all are going to have to bear with me here for a moment while I kind of figure out what the hell I'm doing. Basically just trying to make a new stone. I think this is probably the worst possible way that I could do this. I should probably doing this in like Blender or something, but then I can just use one item and one hitbox and one mesh. I want to make something that looks harvestable compared to the rest of the stones that I actually use. I want to be able to do taxes too? Hell yeah. The way I describe them. Yeah, I mean, RuneScape was a game I played when I was younger. It's definitely taking a lot from the various games that I've played, you know, over the various freaking 25 years that I've been playing video games that I can remember. So like 34 years old, almost 35. I wonder if one of these would be better. I'm essentially building exactly the same thing, but I'm using this for some of these larger structures. But if I scale it down, then it looks a lot more like something that can be harvested, right? Loved RuneScape growing up? Hell yeah. Not sure about Unity, but in Unreal you can use world space textures, which will help seamlessly blend together rocks like that. There might be a way to do that in Unity. I know how to do it in Unreal, but I have not figured out how to do it in Unity. All right, so if we're gonna make this a harvestable rock, let's make it a little bit smaller. Something like that. That might be a little too small. Tyr, can you piss off, please? I know you want attention. You brought me a thing to play with you with. I don't want to right now. Trying to see. I just turned 36 early this year, and I swear my body knew it was over the hill. Oh, I know that feeling. All right, so let's make a new folder. We'll call this harvestable. Have to unpack this. Also could alter its color a bit so you can see it more from the distance. That's actually a really, really solid point. Let's do that. Because we can go to the base map. I'll have to switch it up. Ooh. I wonder how bad that'll look. You'll get to see how terrible I am at this. All right, so we'll switch this up. We have this base map here. Where is this? I want to show it in Explorer. I thought I heard you. Stuck in the rain. Added so far. I'll give you some lovin's. Jesus, give me a second. All right. So I'm working on building the harvestable stones at the moment. I had to change the trees because the ones that I sent you the picture of were broken. You hate them. You don't like the dead trees? I was kind of... Yeah, well, I was thinking it was like desecrated, like that area is dying for. But I could take the dead trees out if you want. Ooh, that's actually a really good point. Do you like the colorization of these? Okay. Because I kind of wanted to go, because I thought you were going with like a dead theme in here. Okay. I can... All right, well, not trees. Got it. All right. Well, let me get rid of all these dead trees then. Do you like the dead bushes? All right. All right, we'll keep the dead bushes, but we'll get rid of the dead trees. Yeah, the boss has arrived, okay? We gotta fix some stuff, okay? I've had my... I'm supposed to... I told you I was supposed to stay out of the town, but I went in the town and I poked around a little bit. All right, so I got rid of all the dead trees. It actually probably looks a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah, added some in. Also, what do you think about it along the riverbed here? Is that weird?
It's against the law.
I hear you.
Picking. Testing. know what to say.
You were supposed to repeat what you said.
Oh.
But dead humans are excellent fertilizer. That's true. I'm torn on this. I figured towards the water you would start having more like dead grass and stuff, but what do you think? That's my opinion too. It's like I like it, but I also don't like it. Oh yeah, we're gonna add plenty of rocks and dirt.
Oh.
These, the cattails? Yeah.
Yeah,
You ate one. Get out of here. You're fired.
it's just a bunch of stuff. It's bad. It's bad.
Oh, also, you'll be happy about this. Let me do a save. Cat, get off my freaking hand. Save. Have I added trees? Let's do. Cat, Safi. Oh.
Definitely wonderful. Ow. Heart attack.
So many cattails. Yeah, I might have gone a little bit overboard. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm getting ravaged by cats at the moment. Let's just go ahead and hit play. You made fun of my tree chopping animation. Fixed it today. Yeah, you gotta booty smack the trees, okay? Cattails are forbidden corn dogs.
It just.
Corn dog sounds so good. Okay, so opinions. Start doing the nail thing. Oh my god.
Okay, so-
Ready?
Holy crud! It looks like you're actually chopping and not slapping.
Better?
It's much better.
Audio's still a little bit jacked up, but
It does go.
yeah, well,
Okay, that one looks like. Wait. Turn it to the axe. How far?
I gotta add an effect to like hitting the tree. Goes through the tree. It's not perfect. We can fix it later, okay? It's pretty. It's better than it was. Just getting roasted over here.
So what you got going?
I haven't been messing with the town much. I messed with the graveyard because I wanted to work on blending it into the rest of the scene. So I've put in the road. Was working on building like harvestable stones right now.
That one. Just one right in the middle.
Just one, yeah, because I was working on building the prefab for the harvestable stones.
Give it texture.
Yeah. But working on building the roads and things like that. I want to add rocks along the roads.
Getting good advice.
Yeah, there's actually been a couple people that are developing with atavism as well, so I've gotten a lot of tips from them too.
Power.
These? Yeah. Oh, I forgot. They wanted to see mushrooms. Yeah, mushrooms.
Like, cave. Good time.
Like
Mushrooms.
forest mushrooms, the forbidden fruit. Yeah, exactly. I've got mushrooms. You want to tell me which ones you like? Jesus Christ. Foliage mushrooms. We got that little red stumpy one. The group of 3. Got that one.
That one looks so high.
You like that one? All right, let's pop that bad boy in here somewhere.
Why is that one longer?
We got different kinds of mushrooms. You gotta choose your poison, right?
Wait, no, I want to see all the.
You like that one. Thought I exploded the world for a second, Jesus. All right, mushrooms. Let me just place them all. We'll do that. Mushroom.
So-
That's what she said. Mushroom.
Wait, that's the tall one.
Yeah. Then you got the chode mushroom. Well, that one's. Got all these. Got the blue one. Can we eat the mushrooms? Maybe. I did want to make the mushrooms harvestable. That's why I wasn't placing them yet. Oh, we got the flat boy. A couple of flat boys. Whatever that is. Got some thick ones. Yeah. 3. That red one. Like,
So,
that red
like,
one's ugly.
Drunk. So the world starts spinning. That for a couple.
Oh my god. All the people just eating random raw mushrooms. It only happens if you eat them raw. That would be a lot of fun. These I think will look really good around here though. These ones right here. Around trees, I thought. Yeah. Red one just needs some texture. Yeah. Are there shelf tree boy? Oh, like the ones that are supposed to go on the trees? No, I'm not that cool.
But you could make them.
Probably.
Actually, no.
Most of them are harvestable,
So
yeah.
you're just hang
Pretty much. Gotta add grass back here. Oh wow. Okay. It is 4 o'clock. We actually gotta stop. So I wanted to get the harvestable rocks done today, but we'll have to do that. I'll have to do that later. Didn't realize what time it was already, but thank you all so very, very much for hanging out. I greatly appreciate it. You'll definitely be seeing more of this over time, and we'll be able to share more information. Y'all have asked a lot of questions. Haven't been able to answer all of them yet, but eventually. And thank you very, very much for hanging out. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. I'll see you all in the next one.